Hi guys, I am at 52%. I have been scrolling through my phone and running the battery down. And here I am, it's getting dark outside, and I watched Joey Cardmaker do the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 6 by Amy at Crafty Cat. And it's up to week 12. Now I haven't participated up till now, but Joey did his challenge and it was so cute. I thought, oh, these are easy prompts. I'm going to jump in just because I'm just finished a journal and I have time. Script and photo are the two prompts she delivered. She drew. She drew them and she delivered them to her screen, and we are doing it. And I thought, wow, those are easy for anybody. As far as having things on hand. So Amy Crafty Cat, she's on Etsy, Instagram, YouTube. Here's what I'm going to do. I just made a quick little envelope out of this. I don't know if it's vellum or what it is, but I bought a book when I went thrifting, and it had beautiful pictures of barns. It was a barn book. And over every barn, it had a sheet of this. And it said something on it like Nebraska or tobacco barn. It had different titles on this page of this stuff. Well, I've trimmed all the words off. I have saved them, but they're not anything I can really use. I mean, maybe. So I went ahead and quick made one to make sure, oopsie, my Fabri-Tac, that it was going to be okay. And I think if I have time, I'm going to do two styles. So here we are. I'm just going to make an envelope. I found this, I was digging for photo. This is a photo. I'm going to use it. It's out of Somerset Studio. I just went through and tore a bunch of pictures out and then threw the book away. How's that? Yeah, that'll be good. So I'm just going to fold it over and so that it overlaps enough to glue. Nothing tricky here. Let's see. Let's trim. Let's trim this down. Oh, maybe I don't want to go. I'm having a moment with my brain. Okay. So I don't know. I had my son came home from, I almost said Fargo because he used to live in Fargo. He lives in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. He's an insurance salesman. And he's doing quite well. He's doing very good. I said to him this weekend, after 3 years of college at the UNI, University of Northern Iowa, and 5 years in retail clothing as assistant managers of big chain stores. He was even at a H&M clothing store in a mall in Eugene, Oregon. So he's got a lot of training and a lot of business sense. But he got sick of retail and he got sick of working with people in clothing stores, being rude, et cetera, et cetera. So he made a switch and got all his licenses. He's fully licensed in all areas, including crop insurance. Who knew that he was going to do that? Long ways from being a psychology major. But anyway, he was home for the weekend, and it was so nice to have him here. They set up my new bed. I've been remodeling a bedroom. And him and his friend Caleb came, and they put my new bed together, my frame, and we popped the mattress on it, and I made it for the first time. I got a vintage chenille bedspread that is absolutely beautiful. Maybe I'll post a picture. My son put a new sconce on the wall in the middle of the headboard because there was a light switch to an outlet there. And I don't remember, I've been here 8 years, and I don't remember if there was a light in that wall or what. I don't remember, but the wiring was there, and I had shiplapped over it. So when I was redoing the room, this has been a process. It's been empty. Well, he's been gone since February. It was my son's room, and I'm moving into it. there's a light switch to that outlet, and I thought, well, the wiring's there. I think I'll get a sconce. So I got a wall sconce with 2 candelabra things that come out of it. It's very vintagey. So what I'm going for is the granny core look, it's called. It's all the rage right now. I put rose wallpaper on the walls, one wall. The rest of it is still shiplapped. And I got a iron headboard, scrolly iron headboard. I thrifted it for $15, the headboard. And it's a queen size. It fits in the room nicely. And it's been leaning against the wall. I'll have this be the bottom. And so I got to make the bed, and my vintage bedspread that one of my, she's 87, she gave it to me. And it's been hanging over the headboard just so I could, like stare at it. It's a thing of beauty. It's just gorgeous. It's got the roses on it. I'm going to round this a little. And this probably will not match because why would it? Good enough. Anyway, got the bed made. I also bought a brand new comforter that's pure white. So I put it on first. And then I put the vintage one over. And then I got the round pillows that are gathered with the button in the middle. My bestie, Lisa, that I thrift with, she got one thrifting at Goodwill. And she sent me a picture and said, look what I got. And I thought she got it for herself. She had a picture of it on her bed. And I went, that's beautiful. Well, when she came the next week, she brought it to me. And I said, oh, I didn't know you got that for me. I didn't, because I didn't get over the top on the, like, oh, thanks, or anything. When she sent me the picture, I'm like, oh, that's pretty. How boring is that? I should have went, oh, my God, thank you. You're so sweet. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to bend this so I can see. Anyway, it's all made. I also have vintage shears with embroidery on the wall. On the windows. I've been collecting all this stuff. The shears are embroidered and they're beautiful. They're white with a, is there anything on that I need? No. The room used to be beautiful before. I had 2 antique doors for a headboard. And I had 2 antique porch posts, literal porch posts, on each side of the headboards. And then I had a board across the top, and I had lights in it. And that was my headboard. It was absolutely beautiful. Chippy paint and everything, It was magazine looking. It looked like it was in a magazine. Beautiful. But my son moved back from Oregon. I gave him that bedroom, took everything out, had the carpet shampooed. I've got new carpet too. I just did new carpet. But shampooed the carpet, emptied the bedroom completely, and I said, this is your space. How is this? Crooked as snot. That's how it is. But all I care about is this image here. Because it says photo. I'm going to call this a photo. I could pop a person in there, though, couldn't I? This is how I'm gonna, oh, you know what I could do? I could just tear it. How about I slide it over a hair, because I want it to go in. The reason I decided to do this is I thought it'd be pretty if that would show through the envelope. I thought it would be so pretty. So I want there to be a little bit of room. I still can't find my ruler. Oh my gosh, guys, I had a whole bunch of iron pipe from shelving that I had in my bathroom. The galvanized with the elbows and the floor flanges and all that. I had 2 sets of shelving in my bathroom out of that stuff. And I tore it all apart, and I bought ladders off of Wayfair, 2 ladders to put in my bathroom. So I had all these pipes and elbows and floor flanges and all that stuff. So I I laid them all out on the floor, and I made a great big long, well, the boards are 6 foot long, the shelves. I made a whole shelving unit. I had to spend $78 more on the shelves and some more pipe fittings. And then I had to go back and buy another 4-foot section of shelf. It turned out really cool. It's another 100. It cost me $100 more, and I already had a ton in it. But I love it, and it's all done, and I decorated it with all my vintage stuff. I'm going to tell you, I put 2 Mexican men on there. Nobody wants them when I die. And I said to my daughter today, she stopped by, and I said, you sure you don't want those Mexican men when I die? So I thrifted these 2 Mexican, they're handmade vintage paper mache Mexican men. And you can get them on Etsy or eBay. They're absolutely beautiful. And there's a woman with a pig. I want her really bad. I'm gonna buy her outright. But I paid $1 for one of them and $2 for the other, and they're worth 20 to 25 on up a piece. I love them. So I've got $3 in them, and there's probably $50 sitting there. See what I'm talking about? So this is too tall, so we're going to bend this over to get our top, and it's going to be just fine. But I've got old vintage suitcases on it, and it's really cute. Now, should I ink this? I think I will, because why not? We like to ink. It is pretty white and pristine. Yeah, we want a little ink on there. So I'm going to get on Amazon and order some fairy lights. They're very tiny little lights. I have them in the living room on a high shelf. And I'm going to put those down through it. And get some fake succulents and have them like coming out of some of the vintage suitcases that I have. And I have vintage wire baskets. And I have my Bible collection on there. I have a Danish Bible from the 1800s, and I have a German and a Swedish Bible in there from the 1700s. So they're on there. Is that the side? No, I keep doing that. So I had fun with that. That's what I did Saturday. How's that, guys? Okay, so I have this paint chip thing that is those colors. I could cut this down and do something with it. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Famous last words. That's pretty, isn't it? What if I script? What if I took my pen and wrote on here? Let's put this on the back burner. Script. I could stamp it too. You know what I could do? Hold on. I got an idea. Pause. Okay. I'm going to stamp it. I've got my stamp ready. And I think I'll go this way. Yeah. I don't know which way it's going to fit. This is the top. Oh, I'm going to be sorry about this. Let's just do it. If it's crooked, I can't help it. I can always make another one, can't I? That's good. That worked. That's worked out just fine. Put my ink away quick. So now we could write on it. Let's see. What could I write? Let's look on here and see if we can find anything. Ralph and Lillian Crummell. No, how about Lillian Crummell? Let's do a straight line now. I don't want that to get dirty. Let's do this. Am I in screen? Sorry, guys. Crummel. Let's not spell her name wrong. She's made up. Windledore. That's a cute name. Let's do Crummel. Let's do Fancy K. Lillian Crummel. Okay. Script and photo. Should I put a stamp on it? I don't know where my stamps are. Oh, I have stamps everywhere. But I should have had them out. How annoying is this, guys? Oh, here. Well, you know what? This is from Joey's kit. This is from one of his older kits. Let's see. Too much glue. Where would it be? It would be here. And then I need that thing. I have more stamps. Let's put another one on. I need a postmark. Let's see. Oh yeah, so anyway, in building these shelves, I cleaned and went through my craft stash, and here it is, it's right here. And I organized, I got rid of a 4-shelf bookshelf that was sitting here that I had to walk between. I had an antique tin file cabinet that was a desk. In other words, the desk part rolled down out. It was cool. But I got that out. I have a lot more room. I just reorganized. There, that looks good. We like that. So now we've got picture, script. I don't want to put a bunch of tags and stuff. I could write, let me write some more stuff. Let's go, I could, you know what I could do? No, I'm not going to do that. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep it simple. I could, yeah, I'm just going to leave it like this. That's one. Let's do the second one. I found these pictures. Oh, this. Should I put this on? What if I put 3 of these on? No. How about if I just put them inside? I'm going to trim it up a little. I pulled out some, I took all the artwork off in the other bedroom. I have a 2-bedroom. And vintage mirrors and big, heavy vintage photos, framed things is what I had. Everything I own is vintage, antique or otherwise. And I took those off the wall and pulled the nails, and I put that in. I patched the holes today. I did that when the boys left. They smoked a loin. It was so good. All right, so the other envelope I'm going to use is this, a totally different color style. And I think I can put, this is the script. I know it's big and out there, but let's put it on. Let's wait on that. Let's maybe do, let's put this in like it's a letter. It's script, or should we, okay, listen to me. I don't even know what the heck I'm doing. Let's put a couple on the front. These are pages out of a book. I like them. They're kissing at a park bench. That's cute. So we need to fold this down because we need to know where's the top. So we built a fire last night. And it's been so windy I haven't been able to burn things. I have a big fire pit that's like in the ground. And I don't like fire. It terrifies me. What do they say? Most women set out like I don't like messing with fire. But the boys love to have fires. You know, like decent fires. I don't mean like they're fire starter fires. They like to sit back there and just relax, and because they're out of the city, and just have a fire. Well, I tore an 1800s cupboard apart to get it out of my house. It was so huge. I don't know if you remember that saga, but I was sick of it. I've had it for 29 years. So we literally dismembered it. Sounds terrible. To get it out of the house because it takes 4 men to move it. And so it's gone. It's been in the garage in a pile. And so the boys were able to burn a lot of it. They got the top burnt. They got the drawers. I took them all. I took everything apart. It's gone. It's bye-bye. Most of it's burned now. There's just a few shelves from the inside left. So that's nice because I want it out of my garage. It's been out there. Because I was hoarding the boards. Let's just get it out there. What? You were doing what? Yes, hoarding the boards. I was hoarding the boards, okay? Are you happy I said it? And I've decided I don't need those boards anymore. There's nothing I can do with them. I'm not going to build anything. Why am I keeping them? It's so dumb. So they burned those. I had an old trunk. Actually, I have another one they're going to have to take apart. But I had an old trunk, a wood box, and it was a shipping crate from Chicago to the people that the heirs above the people that I bought the house from. It was people before them. It was in the attic of the garage of a place that I owned. And I used it for a long time as a storage piece. And it was pretty cool. But I'm going to tell you, it's huge. And I don't want it anymore. And I'm done with it. So we took it out and tore it apart. I had it, the last couple of years I've had it outside, and I've had like baseball bats in it. I had a plastic tub in there. You know, those big totes you buy. And I had, you know, like for soccer ball and stuff like that, baseball bats, frisbees. I had all that kind of stuff in there for grandkids. And it had a big wooden lid that I had to take off so that they could get in there. It was the real deal. But I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. So it's gone. It went bye-bye. Part of it's burned. Part of it's still here. So we've got some more to do, but it was fun. We sat and looked at the stars. There's an app called Night Sky, and my son has it on his phone, and so he was finding planets and constellations. And my one granddaughter's a Leo, so he found Leo, and then he held his phone up, and so I took a picture of his hand holding the phone with Leo on his phone. It was very cool. I sent it to my son, and she's a 6th grader. She's 12. She'll be 13 this summer. I said, and she doesn't get her phone very much. She has to ask permission, which is good and fine. But I said, you should let her have this app because it's educational, number one, and there's no chat on it or anything. And I said she loves talking about her horoscope. You know what I did? I put this damn thing on upside down. Is it too late? Oh, Lord have mercy. it down quick, Linda. Get it down quick. But it's so cool. You know, it'll show you comets and all kinds of things. Okay, it's down. It's done. I'm just going to leave it. That's cute. Photo. Now we need script. So, are we going to use this? Let's put this on the back. That's kind of cute. Say. But that Baba is okay. I can't read it all. That's cute. How should we do this? This is cute. Good Lord. My grandson's here. I'm going to have to pause this. All right, I'm going to pause. I love it. I love my grandson. I love all my grandbabies. Okay, I'm back. That was fun. My grandson bought a Jeep yesterday. He's 16, and he pulled up to take me for a ride. So what do you think Grandma did? She said, let's fill it up. Let's do this. Do we want this? I think so, or the name. Let's get the Hamburg Street. So we went for a little spin. Grandma put gas in. You know, it would be cute. It would have been cute if I was doing this and it opened. Should we do that? Maybe we should do that. All right, let's cover this first, because now I have ideas. So he's got the gas, he's got the Jeep. I have a really amazing cleaning thing. It's well, you can get them on Amazon, and it's a handheld thing, but you can put all these extensions in to hold it on, and it's to clean like grout in a shower. Or there's all kinds of attachments. There's like a buffer. You know, you could use, there's non-abrasive things you can use like on shower doors. I use it in my business. I use it for grout in showers is what I use it for. And I said, I couldn't find it. I thought it was in my car. I think it's in here in the closet. I said, how about I dig that out and you clean all the leather and stuff. It's got leather seats. He's just in cloud 9. It's got a built-in 5-disc CD changer in the back. I think it's a 2008 or something like that. But it's four-wheel drive, and I said, treat it good. He goes, but I don't owe any money on it, and it's worth. He told me what it was worth compared to what he paid, and I said, I know, that's what I'm telling you. Don't beat it. Treat it good. I think I'll take a little bit of, I kind of like this. Let's take a little bit more of this off. So I gave him the good old granny advice. And put gas in it. Can't tell his mom I did that because she's like, he has to learn. They're big on learning. He had to buy his own vehicle. He bought a truck and he wrecked it. And he's been 5 months without a vehicle because his dad, my son, was so mad. And I'm like, well, I'm not telling, but it's nothing you didn't do when you were a kid. Not that he wrecked a vehicle, but, just things happen, Ended up in the ditch. I don't like how long this is. This paper is really thick. So we had our little fun ride. He whops his grandma. He's at his girlfriend's. His girlfriend and him went to prom. So he was there for Easter dinner today. So he's on his way home, and he had to come by my house. Now, the way he comes from her place to his mom and dad's where he lives is not this way. He came out of the way to come see Grandma. Then it was my idea. I said, can you take me for a cruise? Yeah, I got to be home by 8. So I said, let me get my coat and shoes on. He went out and got in the thing and started it up, and I grabbed my wallet. I said, go to the gas station, I'll fill it up. Give you your first tank. So I'll get him to do something for me. Rake some leaves or something. Okay, we've got the front for the photo. We've got the script. I was thinking, I don't want to do this now. I'm thinking I'll just fold it and put it inside. Let's see how far down it'll go. We're going to have to lose a bit of it. Now, I'm not decorating or anything. I'm just making a basic little thing. Let's take it off this end. Mainly because I have stuff to get done tonight. I have laundry to fold. It was so fun having my son here and his friend. It was just so fun. So there, we've got something to journal on. We've got this. We've got this picture. So I don't know what journal I'll be doing next. I don't have any plans. I'm going to have to be out in there shopping. I need something new to do. I'd love to just jump in on some challenges and not do a journal. I almost did this one. I love this. Look at this boy with the goats. You know what I could save this for? I could save this for my boho. That's what I need to do. I need to start a little, Mitzi, let's do a boho journal together. And whoever else, Amy, anybody. Sonia, she's a boho girl. She's a good boho journaler. I'm going to start gathering stuff. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start gathering stuff. And I've got the tassels. I got the tassels, and I got the time. Summer's coming. I'm going to run out of time. My friend Lisa's going to be here tomorrow. She's next door to me here at the lake. I live at the lake. And she has a hot tub, and they have a boat. And her husband doesn't come home for the summer because he works, and then they farm. But she comes up here to their lake home beside me. And we thrift, but we work outside. We plant flowers. We go to the flower shop, the greenhouse. At night we sit in the hot tub. I got 2 new swimming suits. I love these pictures, but this is very boho, the boy with the goats. That's very, that's a farm boy. Look at that. He's sitting on the hay wagon. We'll do that. He's got overalls on though. We don't have to be so technical. Joey and I were talking about boho, and I said, would you please make a journal? And he's like, there's so many directions to go. You got the Romani gypsies. You've got just, there's the hippie style with the embroidery from the 60s. That's kind of boho-y, chic, I suppose. I don't know. There's so many styles that kind of come under that umbrella. I said I would love to do something with an Indian flair, like the Indian braids, East Indian, the braiding they have and their beautiful sari and all that. You could even do that, but I love to embroider. I do know how to embroider, so I think I'm going to use this one, even though he can be a little gypsy boy. Little. I'm not trying to be derogatory. But they have their wagons and their horses and their, what do they call those things? I mean, not the modern day traveler, but what are they? They have the thing, the wagon. They're so, I know, I'm stereotyping them. What's the word? Stereotyping them. I watched Peaky Blinders, okay? I'm getting it from Peaky Blinders. It's the movie. Let's blame Hollywood. or whoever made it. This teapot's cute. All right, guys, that's all I'm going to do. I just wanted to jump in. I'm not going to get all carried away. 50 Stack Challenge 6. Amy at Crafty Cat 72. On Etsy, she's Crafty Cat USA, and it was week 12, script and photo, and this is it, script and photo. That's all I'm doing because I'm lazy. So that's enough. I just wanted to create tonight, okay? I just felt like all day I wanted to get out here, and then I cleaned up my phone, and you know, I got pictures sent to me of grandkids, and they were so cute, and I was saving them, and some of them I cropped them because I have one of those photo things that you plug in and the photos change and you sit and watch them. And I sent a few to that today, but I had to crop them to make sure that I got all of their faces. And this is cute. I like this. All right, that's it, guys. I'm done. I hope you had a wonderful Easter and a great new week. I need to do some time thinking about what I'm going to do. All right, I love you all. Bye-bye.